Very good afternoon, everyone. For those who may not know me, my name is David Iggulden. I am current chair of the BHL Executive Committee and also head of data and digital at Royal Botanic Gardens, Kew. So the next item on the agenda is a rather special item for us, and it's actually to pay tribute and celebrate the life of Connie Rinaldo. Connie, many of you I know will know very well and will know of her involvement with BHL over many, many years. But I wanted to share just a very brief intro, which I wrote a while back from us on the Executive Committee to Connie's involvement with BHL. So Connie was our inaugural BHL Secretary, followed by Vice Chair and then Chair. And during this time, she became an incredible champion for BHL, promoting the resource at meetings across the globe and endlessly identifying and networking with new partners. Her energy, enthusiasm, and determination to achieve success inspired countless new partners to join the BHL community. Yet Connie always worked with a warmth and kindness, particularly towards new people joining the BHL community, encouraging their professional development. The executive today is very much a direct result of that encouragement. Professionals whose work with BHL significantly developed with Connie's support, ultimately leading to each of us being elected to the executive committee. From a personal perspective, during my 3 years working directly with Connie on the executive, I learnt so much and never ceased to be amazed by her drive to succeed. Nothing was ever deemed impossible for BHL. When challenges were encountered, they were often simply seen as an opportunity for us to show BHL in a new light and how it could directly address these problems. Connie always found the time for an extra BHL call when needed to finish an abstract, prepare for a presentation, or simply just to catch up. We all greatly miss Connie, but are very thankful to have worked so closely with her and to have had her as a friend. Her contribution to BHL was immense, and she leaves behind a fantastic legacy of a thriving BHL community, collaborating on a global scale to provide open access to our collections and to continue her work in advancing BHL overall. I think we've seen real evidence of that community here today. So, without further ado, I would now like to invite the members of Connie's family who have joined us today, that is Gary, Tristan and Charlotte, to come up on the stage, please. And I will pass over to Martin, our BHL Programme Director.
Thank you, David. It's really great that we can have Connie's family, a portion of her family. Her daughters, Graylin and Sorrel, are not able to be with us today. But one of the things I'd like to thank is the generosity of the family in actually directing donations for Connie to the Biodiversity Heritage Library, specifically for an internship that will support two of Connie's passions, which were international librarianship and collections development. Just before I left, when I checked the figures, it was a little over $6,000 had been donated to that fund. So we hope to again launch that internship for proposals and openings sometime later in 2024. So really thank you for that. One of our sort of traditions that we've had in BHL is to create memory books for executives as they leave. And this is one that I created for Connie. And I'd like to just pass that over to you. So again, it shows some of her global travels during her career as part of BHL, and I hope that will bring back the fabulous memories of Connie and her participation in BHL. So I'd like to turn this over if you'd like to just say a few words.
Okay, thank you very much, Martin. I really appreciate it, and really appreciate all of you who are not only colleagues, but very close friends of Connie, and not want to focus on how she died and what went wrong and so on and so forth. I'm happy to share that, or not happy, but I'm willing to share that with any of you that are wondering, but I can sum it up real quickly and say it wasn't COVID. But if you want to know more, I'm happy to do that, or willing to do that. But just her generosity and her love for all of you is really touching.
Wow, it's wonderful to meet all of you finally, because every single one that I meet says they already know who I am and know all about my sisters, and I mean, that's incredible to be here with a room full of people who are that touched by my mom and and just the connections she has throughout the world and how much she meant to so many people. And it's something that meant so much to her, to be connected and to do things that she was passionate in, and she never did it in a extravagant or loud way, but she was always pushing and had that drive to get everything done that was so important to her. And I think I see that here in this room with so many people that also have that, and it's wonderful to be here and to meet all of you. So thank you all so much.
Tristan just touched on something so important to her too, and that was world travel. She just loved to travel. And Tristan, as some of you probably know, is a circus performer, travels all over the world. And for those of us that did go to other countries, other continents, and so on, she would always say, well, you've got to look up so-and-so because he'll show you all around, or she'll show you all around. And I'm an entomologist by training, so natural history museums mean a lot to me. And I can just tell you the few trips I was able to go on, to New Zealand, and it wasn't a trip through BHL, but one of our first visits together to Copenhagen. We got the behind-the-scenes tour of the Copenhagen Museum, and it's just fabulous entree to the world. It was really something.
Yeah, and I just want to thank Martin for all he's done and Alice and everyone here to bring this BHL internship together, and I think that's a wonderful tribute to her as well. And we're looking forward to seeing who wins that internship and the next generation that comes in with that. So thank you, Martin, and thank you, everyone.